This is Robert Frank, 615, and you're watching MuscleSPort TV, the most jacked and tan show on the fucking internet.
Are you going to the Olympia? Well, I certainly hope so, because the MSM family shall be in attendance on site December 17th through 20th in Orlando, Florida. Hot Stuff Nutritionals will be the title sponsor of all our coverage before, during, and after those great 4 days that we're going to be spending downtown in Florida there. Listen, it had to be moved from Vegas because of the restrictions with COVID. Florida was much more lenient with what they have going on, so we're looking forward to it. The fan pavilion is going to be pretty much the expo, that's what they're calling it, and it's free admission to that. So we're going to be there during the day and at the show in the evening. But I just want to thank my buddy Paul from Hot Stuff. They've been with us since the very beginning. It was going on like 12 fucking years now, I think they've been with us. So thank you so much for them to be the title sponsor. And of course, you can also see their ads right there in the MuscleSPort mag. They got 2 ads. They got Glandol down the road in the issue. They got their Perfect Spot Prime Real Estate first page right there in MuscleSPort magazine. We will see you guys down in Florida.
This is West Coast Johnny, and you're watching MuscleSport TV.
I bet you something you didn't know about Benito. Il Duce, the March on Rome, all of that stuff, 1922. But you got to go back a couple of years before that. How did Mussolini, get support and stuff like that? First of all, Mussolini was a socialist. Most people don't know that. Probably can do a whole episode on that alone. The whole Avanti thing with the newspaper. But fuck that shit. Basically, Mussolini was a socialist, came to his fucking senses, and then later became and started the fascist party. But going back before the March on Rome, when the fascist party took control politically in Italy, for 2 years they were fighting, literally at some points in the street and stuff, with the socialists and the communists. Now you have to also remember the time frame we're talking about now. The October Bolshevik Russian Revolution took place in 1917-18. Russia actually stepped away from their activity in World War I, the whites versus the reds, and we know what happened in there. And there are still American MIAs that were secretly sent to Russia to fight on the white side, which was the Tsars, who were the allies that fought in World War I, and Lenin and the Bolsheviks were the red side. The Allies sent a bunch of troops to Russia, took them off the battlefields in World War I to try to prevent communism. Good foresight. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Reds prevailed. So in Italy, after World War I ended, you had a lot of different political parties that were trying to gain control. Socialists and communists being one of them. Mussolini didn't want to have that. So basically, when he did the March on Rome, the black shirts, in October of 1922, and finally was given control by King Emmanuel, it was either going to be them or the commies. Now, when he was about to do the March on Rome, he approached the U.S. ambassador in Italy at the time and told him his plan, and the ambassador gave him the United States' blessing to do this. You people may not want to believe that, some of you liberals nowadays, but I can give you the exact information on that. It was Richard Washburn Child. This is a few days before the March on Rome. He consulted with them, and the government, he said they would have no objection to the future Italian government, and gave him American support. So the Americans, through their ambassador in the boot, gave the okay for fascism to take over and make sure communism didn't. So Il Duce saved the country where my grandparents are from being commies. So a lot of good things by Il Duce up until a certain point, and we will be honest. I will say straight out, fascism has its pluses and minuses, just like capitalism does. Just like, we're not a democracy, we're a republic, the United States. So like a republic does. And if you don't know the difference, then don't fucking argue with me about it. Look it up. I'm not making this up. This is provable things here. So Mussolini prevented Italy, which was in a real fucking shitty spot after World War I. As far as financially and everything goes, and leadership. They joined the Allies. They didn't get what they were promised by England and France, because the U.S. wasn't involved in the war yet at the time, early in World War I in 1914, and thus that is what kicked off the invasion of Abyssinia in 1935. Was because of them getting, fucking harpooned by the Brits and the French in after World War I. But that's a story for another day. But I'll tell you, I know Il Duce would approve of this. MuscleSportMag.com/store. Women in uniform. Now I know Benito wanted women to stay at home and have babies so there could be more Italian soldiers and stuff. But these women definitely do have a place on my battlefield, and I think Benny would agree. Uncle Ben, I think you would agree if you were still around. We'll see you guys next time.
This is Deadpool, coming to you from LA Fit Expo. You're watching MuscleSPort TV.
This is Kat Secor, IFBB Pro and Super League Pro, and you're watching MuscleSport TV.